Hello, welcome back to the ArcSimRapMarket.com National Series. Today we're here for race number 11 at North Wilkesboro Speedway. So just to do a little bit of catching up, there have been no streams for the past 2 weeks, and I'll tell you why now. So Road America, I was not here. Dylan Bam went on to pick up his second win of the season. And then last week at Michigan, I was having internet issues, which I have fixed. Ethan Fonseca went on to pick up his fourth win of the season. And now we're here at North Wilkesboro for our throwback race this season. So everyone's going to be rocking those older looking paint schemes. As practice is just about wrapped up. As we'll go trackside, there you see just Micah watching. He's actually fastest in practice right now. Pull up the leaderboard. 17:05 is what he's running. Take a look at some of these nice throwbacks. Of course, Micah in that Jimmy Johnson throwback. I believe 2007. My bad if I get these years wrong. Doesn't look like Rivers Jones is in a throwback. Duncan, there you go, one of those Tabasco sauce throwbacks. And then, of course, Ethan. Even though he runs basically a throwback every race to Kevin Harvick, he's running this one. Which is... I forgot which year Harvick ran this one. This is not his Atlanta win. If it was his Atlanta win, it would have been red, but he did run a scheme similar to this, and that's what Ethan's running tonight. As practice comes to a close, we'll check out more throwbacks during the race and qualifying, but Michael Wall has got a top practice. So 16 cars have registered for this race. Just checking to see if all my internet's still good. And we'll go on board with Micah once he comes out here. Since he topped practice, but we're just watching Ethan. There he is. So on board with Micah here around North Wilkesboro. Very short track. And Micah's gonna loop it into the wall. He goes, so he's gonna have to just come down pit road, and he's gonna have one more attempt to qualify good here. Duncan DeFoss, that's the first lap. Currently in second. Or I think currently in first. Ethan is second. Jurg is third. As Duncan comes around the final corner, and he's going to complete his second lap. Brody Falliger now up to the top. We've seen him fast at these short tracks, so he's looking to win his second race of the season. This looks like Duncan's going to come home second. Ethan's going to come home third. Jurg fourth, and then Brody Cox fifth. Now Micah up to third. He's only going to be able to get one lap in. So all but 5 drivers have set a lap so far, and a few of them are out on track. There's Ty Higginbotham, and you got AJ Knickel, who has spun it. And back here, Jose Mercado up to 11th now. He comes around to complete his second lap, and let's see if he improves. He does. Up to 7th he goes. So bring up the tower. 13 total drivers have set a lap. Billy Targi, AJ Knickel, and Hunter Young have not. Of course, we saw AJ out on the racetrack. Dylan Bam just doing burnouts. Show it for a little bit. He did win at Road America a few weeks ago. I did not stream that race, so. And the motor's blown. And even though they've set their laps, it's just him and Micah out on the racetrack. Micah is testing out that concrete wall. As we still got 2 minutes left in qualifying, there's your leaderboard. Unless Hunter Young, Billy Targi, or AJ Knickel want to go out there on the racetrack, it's going to be Brody Falliker topping the charts here for qualifying. So it does look like they are going to come out on the racetrack. As Micah's still having a good time around, Dylan Bam's just stopped on the front stretch. So give it about 15 seconds here before qualifying is over. And we'll get into your starting lineup. As it's going to be Brody Falliker getting the pole with Duncan Fall starting second. But we'll go through the rest of the grid as they're all, as qualifying just finished up. And here is your starting grid. So on the pole, we have Brody Falliker, who won at Bristol earlier this season, so we can see if he can get his second win tonight on another short track. Starting right beside him is Duncan Fawn, that 76. Row number 2, Michael Walls with Ethan Fonseca. Row number 3, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer with Rivers Jones. Row number 4, Jose Morgado with Brody Cox. And then rounding out your top 10, Gabe Gazzola with Dylan Bam. Row 6, Luke Allen, Ty Higginbotham. Row 7, C.D. Mangrum with A.J. Knickel. And then rounding out your field in row 8, Billy Targi with Hunter Young. As these 16 drivers ready to take on this race. As it should be 2 laps under green since this is a short track, or 2 laps under yellow since this is a short track. Make sure my buttons work real quick. And they do for the stream. Yeah, one more pace lap to go around. And you see all these drivers. Some of them in throwback paint schemes, some of them not. We'll go back here to 7th place, Brody Cox, who I believe is making his first start this season in that number 25 machine. So he's looking to take on this short track as we're about to head to the green flag. It's going to be Brody Falliker with Duncan Faw leading us to the green here. As out of turn number 4, the pace car comes down pit road this time by. Green flags out here at North Wilkesboro. Oh, we got a crash already. Rivers Jones has spun around. Luke Allen, I think, got it slowed down so he wouldn't run into him. We'll go back and take a look at what happened. As, ooh. Oh, oops. Let me pull this up. I forgot one shows a live feed for iRacing. I had it on the iRacing. We'll go back and take a look at what happened. And coming to the restart, Rivers Jones pacing, and green flag is out here. And, ooh, just gets a bump from Brody Cox down into, I think it was Jose and Gabe Cazzola. We'll go blimp cam. Yeah, it almost looks like he was already kind of wheel spinning before the 25 got to his back bumper. Oh, yeah. Something happened to where his car just randomly slowed down out of nowhere. So we'll go on board with the 25. And Brody Cox was just not expecting it. As everyone's going to have to pass the pace car. Looks like just some confusion here on the start. As we had one driver who did not grid up for the race. That was Hunter Young in the 87. But here we go. The pace car has found the leader. And we'll go take a look at another throwback. You can technically count this as a throwback. It's to a Quinn Half back in 2021. And that's Jonathan Juergensmeyer in that 00. And back here on Gabe, wow. Back here on pit road, it's Gabe Cazzola running that a Casey Kane Budweiser throwback. As he got the number font and everything. And I don't know if we have any other throwbacks in this race. We got this one. I don't recognize it. I recognize the sponsor. I don't recognize the paint scheme. Of course, Matt Kenseth used to run the Crown Royal cars. But I don't know if it's a throwback because I don't remember the design of a Crown Royal car looking like that. And then just in front of him, I'm pretty sure AJ Knickel is running a David Rudiman throwback, which looks really nice. I believe that's all the throwbacks. Billy Targhee might be in a throwback, but I don't recognize that paint scheme either. As we're still pacing around. She'll be going back green this time by 150 laps, by the way. Should be coming to the restart zone. Yep, pace car lights are off, so everyone's going to get double file. This looks like most of the cars are staying single file. As here we go, the pace car about to peel back down pit road. It's going to be Brody Falliker and Duncan Fall leading us once again. And green flags out here at North Wilkesboro. Gallagher leads. Micah Walls in second. Duncan Fogg coming back to his outside. Micah, oh, he touched the grass, and it sent his car sideways, but he's going to hold on to it. Good save by Micah there. That's going to be a little setback for him. Good thing he has a lot of time left in this race. As Gallagher still leads. Side by side back here, Jose on the outside of Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, trying to get into that top 5. Way up the racetrack he goes. That's going to allow Jurg to stay in front of him. Now here comes Dylan Bam underneath for that 6th spot. And Bam gets loose, so that's going to allow the 41 to pass. Back here, another throwback I just spotted. CD Mangrum running a Bill Elliott McDonald's throwback. Very nice looking car. I believe I've covered all the throwbacks in this race now. But back up front, Duncan Fogg trying to find a way around Brody Gallagher. As it's a all Camaro top 5. The first Ford. Oh, I was about to say the first Ford and Ford and Toyota were back here battling, and they both just wrecked each other. So caution is out for the 2nd time. Let's go back and see what happened. Out of turn 4. Looks like Jose gets loose down into Dylan Bam, and they both take a shot to the inside wall. Ooh, Micah almost collected Dylan Bam there. Take another look at this off the corner again. Blimp cam. I'll get slow mo. There you see Jose. He just hits a little bit of a seam on that outside lane. Gets loose down into Dylan Bam. Of course, Bam's going to slide up, but that's kind of natural. And I don't think Bam expected the 41 to be so far off the wall. And around they both go to the inside wall. So our second caution of the night here on lap number 16. For a little 2-car incident there. As hopefully we won't stay many laps under caution this time. I think there was a little bit of confusion last caution. And it looks like they're doubling up. Yes, they are. So Brody Gallagher, Duncan Fogg once again, and the field should be better than last restart, as I think we only had 4 rows actually side by side. So here we go, that 42 of Brody Gallagher. He has led them all so far as we're coming to restart here on lap number 19. And green flags back out here at North Wilkesboro. Duncan Fogg has that outside lane advantage. He's going to probably take the lead away from Gallagher here, and he will. So new race leader, that 76 of Duncan Fogg. Side by side for third, that's Brody Cox and Ethan Fonseca. Fonseca looking for his 5th win in a row. And he just won at Michigan last week too, so he's looking to go back to back. Of course, he went back to back to back from Charlotte to The Rock, I believe. and then lost that streak at Road America, as Dylan Bam went on to win that race. But currently running third, or trying to get up to third, trying to pass Brody Cox in that 25. So we maybe can go up there and battle with Brody Falliker and Duncan Faw. But Cox is not letting him by easily. Just sticking to his outside right now. Since these two are side by side, it's allowing the leaders to kind of pull away. They almost have a second lead over these two. As Faw, ooh, he got really low there. That's going to allow Falliker to get a run. There comes Brody Falliker down low for the race lead. As Ethan clears for third. Going to try to set his sights on these two. As Duncan's going to get the run off the corner, and he's going to hold the race lead from Brody Falliker. A single file for the most part till you get back here. That's the 7 who just tucks in line behind AJ Knickel, the 7 of Luke Allen. He's got a little bit of damage from that first wreck. Of course, Michael Wall's right behind him. I'm trying to regroup after what his half spin earlier. It's just kind of hard to pass here. You gotta hope the driver in front of you makes a mistake. As ACCD Magrum just lets them both by. It's back up front. Still kind of single file as things are calming down. First battle is actually back here. Gabe Gazzola and Billy Targi. And now Billy Targi keeps that position. As the top three are pulling away from the rest of the field. Ethan right on the back bumper of Falliker. As Ethan's going to look high, trying to get that momentum off the corner. Falliker's going to block it. As if this race somehow goes green for a little while, we will see lap cars. This track is only 0.63 miles long. So it's not that big, but it's not the shortest track we've been to this season. As Falliker all over the back bumper of Duncan Faw, trying to retake that race lead. Ethan right behind both of them. He's kind of falling back. Little bit of action going on back here. Micah's trying to pass that 7 of Luke Allen for 9th. Gonna shove him up the racetrack, it looks like. Just trying to get around him. Like I said, it's pretty hard to pass here on the bottom as Rivers Jones, he's gonna go around. Caution's back out. As I saw Jones get loose off the corner and Micah and Luke Allen battling side by side, and they just basically tag teamed him and cleaned him out. So we'll go back and take a look at that. There we go. You'll see Rivers Jones. He's going to get loose out the corner. And then here's Micah. There's Luke Allen. Yeah, of course, Rivers Jones brought out the first caution on the opening lap. And his race is just not going very well, as Micah and Luke Allen are also going to receive some damage from this crash. As we got cars on pit lane. Pretty sure everyone's coming down pit road. Pit road should be an interesting place. It's actually Duncan Faw, Brody Falliker, Ethan They're all staying out. Actually, a lot of cars stayed out. As there's CD Bagram coming out of pit lane. He'll be the first one. So, a total 8 drivers stayed out. Duncan Fowler, Brody Falliger, Ethan Fonseca, Brady Cox. Wow, I think I've been calling him Brody all day. My bad. Brady Cox, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, AJ Knickel, Dylan Bam, and Billy Targi all staying out on the racetrack. CD Bagram going to be the first one on new tires, same as Ty Higginbotham. And here comes the rest of them. So we'll see what lane that 76 chooses, as it looks like the outside lane worked for him pretty well last time by. Well, of course, he's restarting first now, so he gets to choose, I believe. Or maybe not. And in reality, he could choose which lane he wanted. I don't know about this league, though. I don't know what the rules are. As we're 1 to go, and it looks like he's going to have to stay down low. So he just has to get a good restart to get in front of that 42. So going back green this time, Duncan Faw is the controlled car. And green flags back out here on lap number 38. Ooh, Faw couldn't clear Falliger. We'll see if Falliger can stay side by side with him. He cannot. So Duncan Faw back out to the race lead. So we'll see how new tires help those guys in the back. Side by side for second, Brody Falliger on the outside. Ethan's going to maybe pass him. Yes, he will. So Ethan up to second. No, he sets his sights on the leader of Duncan Faw. But now he's got Brody Falliger back to his outside. And Ethan gets loose off the corner. But I think he should be able to clear that 42 this time around. And yes, he will. So Ethan up the second. As now Brody and Brady battle behind him for that third spot. And we have a caution in the back. Looks like it was for the 7 or the 73 of Billy Targi. Go back, take a look at what happened. And actually wasn't. It was for the 41 of Jose, as you see 3 wide with Gabe Gazzola and Targi. And he thinks he's clear here. Comes up the racetrack and gets turned by Gabe Gazzola. And Billy Targi just nowhere to go. Go back again and watch. I think he does get clear of the 18 for just a split second, but then Gabe Gazzola closes that gap pretty quickly. We'll ride on board with Gabe. So now they're on pit road for some damage repairs, all 3 of them. A lot of drivers on pit road, Rufus Jones too, Billy Targi, Luke Allen. All of them just trying to repair their race cars. They're going to have to get out fast as these leaders coming to lap them. Looks like Jose is going to go a lap down. Everyone else out though. As lining up to go back green, Duncan Fall still out on the race lead. But now he's got Ethan Fonseca, who's arguably been our best driver this season. Well, not arguably, he has 4 wins as he's been dominating these ovals. So we'll see if he can stick to the outside of Duncan Farr, or Fogg can clear him. As the pace car going to come back down pit road, we will be restarting here on lap number 45. A great restart by that 29. Duncan's going to have to try something in this corner, but I think Ethan's going to get him here. It's Billy Target coming out of pit road. Still side by side for the race lead. Duncan going to send it in. And he's going to clear Ethan, actually. And a little fun fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Duncan Faw actually made that throwback for the 29 of Ethan. So his paint schemes right now running 1-2. Of course, Duncan Faw pretty good at making these paint schemes. I think he makes most of the design for Ethan in that 29, at least for this league. Of course, they're both on Go Inc. Two teammates up here right now. Another driver on Go Inc. who's back here in 6th. That's Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. Dylan Bem was really loose off the corner. Held on to it though. As we got a car around in the back, that is Dylan Bam in the 2. Go back and take a look at what happened. Him and Micah Walls battling here. And Micah's going to send it in. Ooh, I don't know if Bam came down or Micah came up. We'll see from the blimp cam. I think Dylan Bam kind of squeezed the 48 there a little bit. Around he went. So another quick caution here. Still have all 15 drivers who started in this race here, but Jose Mercado, I think he has actually left. So we only have 14 drivers now. Coming to 100 laps to go. Duncan Fall still out on the race lead. Yes, I am correct. Duncan Fall did make that 29 for Ethan, so he's got his paint schemes out front right now. I don't think so, but I hope it's not turning nighttime on us because this track does not have lights. Of course, we had that little issue at Rockingham a few weeks ago. In a darkness-shortened race, Ethan Fonseca went on to win that one. I think Ethan went on to win that one. I can't remember. Yeah, he did. I think it was Ethan, then Duncan, then Luke Allen, your top 3. Because they were doing unofficial results from that last restart before the crash. But here we go, about to go back green. Duncan Fall will lead us once again. We've only had 2 different leaders. Ethan trying to make that 3. Still 14 drivers out on this racetrack. It's just a typical NASCAR 15 league race now, as it was before with 16 drivers. As the pace car down pit road, it's going to be Duncan Fall leading us once again, and a good restart by him, by Ethan Fonseca sticking to his outside. Still side by side for this race lead. Duncan's going to try to sell it into the corner. Ethan's still sticking to his outside. Still side by side for the lead. Duncan's going to lead that one. It's Ethan Fonseca just trying to look for a way around this 76. Brady Cox just waiting right behind both of them. As, Duncan Faw hit a little bit of a bump, came up the racetrack, almost colliding with Ethan. Well, that's going to allow him to pass Ethan and clear him. Now Brody Cox underneath that 29. Trying to look for second. As Jurgen and Falliger, they battle back there for fifth, or fourth, I mean. Brady's going to slide up the racetrack. Still sticking side by side with Ethan, but now Ethan might be able to clear. Brady's got the run on exit, sliding up again. He's going to go around underneath the 29, and that's going to bring out another caution. More contact up here with Michael Walls and AJ Knickel. So our sixth caution of the night, and it's for the 25 of Brady Cox. I don't know if he made contact with the 29. The 25 of Brady Cox. I don't know if he made contact with the 29 of Ethan Fonseca. Or if he just got loose off the corner. It looks like he just got loose unless there's a little bit of net code going on there. And we'll go see what happened to AJ Knickel and Michael Walls. You see how Michael was just across AJ's hood. And, yep, just a little bit of contact. They somehow kept it straight, though. Go back and watch the blimp cam. Yeah, it looks like Brady Cox just got loose underneath the 29 of Ethan. That's going to be a pretty big setback for him. But he still has a lot of time left in this race. So it looks like a bit of pit road shakeup. It's going to be Jonathan Jurgensmeyer now out front. I don't think he came down pit road. Him and AJ Knickel, yes. Let's see. Yeah, so him and AJ Knickel have not come down pit road. CD Mangrum last came down on lap 49. So pretty recent. Dylan Bam last came down on lap 15. That don't sound right, unless he just didn't pit after he wrecked. I don't know how accurate this thing is. I mean, there's a few of them saying 59, which that was when the most recent pit road that just happened. So, yeah, this is going to get interesting. As it's one to go till green. There we go. AJ Knickel to the outside now. As it's going to be a new front row here. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer with AJ Knickel. Both of them looking for their first wins in this league, I believe. And then, of course, right behind them, two past winners this season of CD Mangrum and Dylan Bam. Pace car back down pit road. It's going to be Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. Lee goes back to the green flag here. And a great jump he has. That 47 did not get the best of restarts. There's Duncan Fogg quickly making work on Ty Higginbotham and Dylan Bam. Try to look 3 wide there. Now underneath that 97, there you see the newer tires coming into play all over the back bumper of Dylan Bam. As Duncan is just kind of boxed right now. Now underneath, he's going to get to the back of Dylan Bam. And Bam's going to go around right in front of Micah. And that's a big hit. Luke Allen also around. Oh, and Micah not happy. Looks like with that too. As he's got heavy front bumper damage. Dylan Bam's going to tow it to pit road. Go back and take a look at what happened. As Duncan Faw on those newer tires. He's going to try to get underneath Dylan Bam here. Don't know if there was a lot of room to do that. He tags Dylan Bam and around Bam goes, hooks it back right, and Micah nowhere to go. Luke Allen just spins off the front bumper of a few others. From Blimp Cam. That was a pretty big hit to the inside wall for that 7 of Luke Allen. I think the 2's engine might have exploded, so that's why he's now out of this race. So that's going to be another casualty. He'll join Jose Marcado. So Jurg came down pit road. AJ Knickel did not, but that's going to hand the lead to CD Mangrum in this 9. Of course, your Daytona winner from earlier this season. It's going to go back green this time by on lap 69. Michael Wallace down pit road. He's going to go a few laps down trying to repair all that damage. So right now your 2 drivers up front, CD Mangrum and AJ Knickel, they are the highest movers this race with 12 spots gained. Ty Higginbotham back behind them with 9 positions gained. As Ethan's right where he qualified. Duncan's -3. Brody Falliker's -5 as the pace car is going to come down pit road. Green flag back in the air. Another great restart by CD Mangrum. And he has a huge lead over the field. That 47 has not pitted yet this race. As Brody Falliker way to the outside trying to look high on Ethan. Couldn't really make it work. You see these drivers with newer tires trying to get around these drivers with slower tires, and this is what CD Mangrum wants to see. As Jurg spinning in the back, he's going to hold on to it. As Ty Higginbotham, AJ Knickel, they are blocking the drivers with new tires right now. That's allowing CD Mangrum to pull away almost a second lead for that 9, and has the biggest lead tonight. Oh, 2 cars around. Ethan Fonseca with Ty Higginbotham. Ethan gets it back going. I don't think Ty hit anything as well. I was going to bring out another caution here. So we'll go back and see what happened. I think Duncan Faw, being a little aggressive again, gets underneath Ty. Sends Ty up the racetrack into Ethan. And around they go. I think Brody Falliker also got some damage in that as well. Let's see this again. You see Ty Higginbotham misses the bottom, so Duncan Faw with those newer tires, he tries to go down there, but he's going to tag the 97 in the quarter panel, which gets Ty Higginbotham loose, and up into Ethan he goes. Around they both go, and then you see Brody Falliker. He's going to get into the back of Ty Higginbotham. So another caution here at North Wilkesboro. AJ Knickel came down pit road, finally, for his first stop of the race. So it's going to be CD Mangrum leading with Duncan Faw second, and somehow, someway, Gabe Gazzola has found himself in third after running in the back most of the race. So this is going to be interesting. Brody Falliker fourth, Brady Cox making a nice rebound in fifth. Ethan Fonseca back to sixth now. Billy Targhee seventh, Ty Higginbotham eighth, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer ninth, and then rounding out your top 10 is AJ Knickel. You got Rivers Jones and Luke Allen, who have a bit of damage to their race cars, but still trying to fight the best they can. Then you got Michael Walls, Dylan Bam, and Jose Mercado out of the race, with Hunter Young in 16th, who didn't even grid up. So going to be coming to the restart this time by... Now CD Mangrum doesn't have cars with older tires to block for him. So Mercedes' last pit lap was lap 15. Actually, no, it was lap 49. So he's got about 10 lap older tires than everyone around him. We'll see how that affects him. So pace car coming back in this time is going to be CD Mangrum leading us to the green flag once again here at North Wilkesboro. And Duncan Fall to his outside, trying to make that pass work. Billy Target, something was going on with him in the back. CD Mangrum still there, but Duncan Fall almost cleared. CD still there. Ty Higginbotham is losing it in the back. He saves it. Duncan Fall is going to take the race lead away. See, I don't know what happened to that 97, but he saved it off of turn 4. Good save by him. As Gabe Gazzola gets to the outside of CD Mangrum on those older tires. It's Brody Falliger. He's found his way up to second. Oh, Ethan very loose off the corner. Trying to regroup after his spin. But now he's got AJ Knickel, who's got the freshest tires in the field right now underneath them. See, how fresh are those tires for AJ? About 12 lap fresher than everybody else, or most cars on this track. As here we go, battle for the race lead. Here comes Brody Falliger underneath Duncan Fall, and Falliger is going to take it in that 42 as he gets back to the race lead. Back here, Gabe Gazzola is going to clear the 9 almost. They almost made contact. Now AJ all over CD. And that's going to allow Gabe to clear. CD Mangrum on those older tires currently just trying to putt around. Trying to survive from these drivers on new tires. Here comes AJ Bigson underneath. The CD's going to hold position for now, but AJ with those newer tires going to get the run off the corner, and he's going to be able to pass CD. It's now back here side by side for 6th or 7th. Yes, no, 6th. Brady Cox and Ethan Fonseca. So that's our first side by side battle back here, as Cox is just trying to find a way around that 29. But Ethan with the run off the corner. As here we go, a battle for 4th. Or 3rd, I mean. AJ Knickel underneath Gabe Gazzola. 2 admins in the series. Of course, AJ Knickel, the league owner of ARC. And he's going to get around Gabe Gazzola. While that was happening, Ethan cleared the 25. And so did Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. And now Luke Allen trying to pass Brady Cox and Rivers Jones. As Brody Falliger, he's pulled a whole second lead over Duncan Fall after taking the lead away. As now there's AJ Knickel all over the back bumper of Duncan Fall. Of course, Fall probably has a little bit of damage. He's spun 2 cars around. Of course, one being Dylan Bam, the other being Ty Higginbotham. So he might have a little bit of damage to that race car, and it might be affecting him. So AJ Knickel's going to pass for 2nd. course, AJ Knickel being the owner of ARC, he has many wins in this league. In the Project Cars, the NASCAR Heat, and the Gran Turismo, every other series. Although here on iRacing, I don't think he's gotten a win yet. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure he's looking for his first career win on the iRacing part of ARC. Like I said, I could completely be wrong. This is the second or third season. I think it's the second season, actually. And then we had a little truck league to start things off, and then we had Cup Cars to start off the main series, and then we did a little Exhibition Winter Late Model series, and now we're here for this National Series. And out of all of that, I don't think he's gotten a single win. I could be wrong, and I'll gladly be corrected after this race, but from what I've heard, what I can tell, I don't think AJ has been to victory lane here on iRacing, but it's looking pretty good tonight as he's closing in on Brody Falliger. Back here, Ethan Fonseca getting up there into fourth. Gabe Gazzola just going to let him by. Now here comes Jurg underneath Gabe. As the top three have kind of spread apart from the rest of the field. As Gabe Gazzola slowly falling back. Oh, CD gets into his back bumper, and Gabe Gazzola is going to go around and backs it into the wall. Caution's back out here on lap number 93. And it's just been a rough night for this 18 team. He's been in a few different wrecks. Just basically got dumped there by CD Mangrum. Check again here. Okay, so here on the oval part of iRacing, AJ Knickel has not won. But he has won on the, I believe, the road course part of our... Yes, there is a road course series too. He has won with that in the MX-5s. We'll check back in with this. The CD is just going to sit in a bit deeper than Gabe Gazzola, and around Gabe goes. And I gotta quickly thank our ARC F1 Euro champion, Cameron Lopez, for telling me that stat. So thank you to Cameron Lopez, who is not in this race tonight, but he's watching it from home or wherever he is right now. So I'm pretty sure if you pit now, you might be able to make it on fuel. AJ Knickel went 70-something laps for his only stop this race, as we'll see stint length. There you see 72 laps and 59 laps for Falliger. So yeah, you can definitely make it on fuel if you pit here, but I don't know if you want to waste your tire set that early. And boy, Rivers Jones has been in and out all day on pit road. The lines represent each time, each stint they've had, and there you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 different lines there for Rivers Jones. Well, we should be coming to the one to go single this time by. It's going to be Brody Falliger on the inside, AJ Knickel on that outside. Of course, AJ having 13 lap fresher tires, but he was making his way through the field. So we'll see how worn those tires are. Well, Cameron Lopez does not have the racetrack. That's why he could not race tonight. But we're about to go back green. It's going to be Brody Falliker, your pole sitter, leading us once again here on lap 98. You see side by side for a second. Duncan Fall trying to find a way around AJ Knickel. Still side by side for a second. Jer got a bit loose off the corner. He held on to it as AJ Knickel is going to keep that second spot. He's going to clear Duncan Fall. And Ethan's going to clear Jurg. Maybe not. Thought he was. But he should be able to here on the exit. Maybe not. Jurg got it a good run off the corner. But now Ethan's going to clear. As we just hit lap 100, we're about to come to 50 laps to go this time by. As Brody Falliker has about a half a second lead over AJ Knickel. Back here, Jurg slowly losing positions. Rivers Jones trying to regroup from his terrible luck this race so far. And got a little bit of a tap there from Brody Falliker, which is going to send him sideways. I said Brody Falliker, that's Brady Cox, my bad. I don't know why I keep getting them confused. And I don't think Rivers Jones is very happy about that. Oh, look at the hands. And he's going to go around, but he's going to hold on to it. And I saw him wheeling that thing in the turns 3 and 4 with those bright gloves. That's going to be a little setback for him as he falls back to 11th. So the top 5 have pulled away from the rest of the field. C.D. Mangrum is going to go around, but he's in the grass. We'll see if this throws a caution. Doesn't look like it. Go back and take a look. Think he has spun underneath Cox here. Yeah, just sends it into the corner and gets into the side of the 25. But no caution for the 9 team, so that's going to be a setback for him. It's back up front. It's Brody Falliker still leading us. It's about a 4/10 lead. Now a half a second lead over AJ Knickel. And the top 5 have pretty much pulled away from the rest of the field. So you see Jurg right there in 5th. And then all the way back here, Brody Cox and Gabe Gazzola for 6th. So we pull up the pit stop links again. We're definitely going to see pit stops. Most likely this race, as Falliker has gone 47 laps on these tires and that in the fuel. As actually Brady Cox and Gabe Gazzola, they have the best fuel right now. 13 laps so far on their tires. So it's going to be interesting if this thing does somehow end up going green. AJ Knickel, he is closed into the back bumper of Brody Falliker. All over the back bumper of that 42. Trying to diamond the corner a little bit. Trying to get that run off the corner. Oh shoot, I'm still on the replay. Man, that was my bad. I did press 1. I don't know why I didn't fix. Not much happened. Not much really happened. And that's weird. I know I pressed the 1 key. I know I did. I don't know why I just didn't switch. But it's going to be Brody Falliker still leading us. As we're coming to 40 laps to go. As the top 2 have kind of separated themselves from 3rd place. As well, everything's kind of calmed down a little bit. We'll go see who's got the fastest lap this race. And it looks like it's a tie between 2 drivers. Duncan Faw and who is that? Luke Allen. Both ran a 19.34. So they have the fastest lap this race. Everyone else pretty close around them, Brody Gallagher ran a 19.37. AJ Knickel ran a 19.39. Ethan a .37. Cox a .42. So is Rivers Jones. So everyone's fastest laps very close together. But now these drivers are running a whole second off from their best lap. So they're up in the 20s now. For Gallagher pulling away from AJ Knickel, and Duncan Faw is closing in on that 47. So if this goes green, Brady Cox is probably in the best position right now. Him and Gabe Gazzola has about the same pit, both pitted on the same lap, which was that last caution. Rivers Jones might be able to make it. He's not too far behind that 25. It's back up front. Duncan Fall going to try to figure out a way around AJ Knickel. As we might see some lap traffic soon. Maybe not. I thought CD Mangrum was a lot closer. As here comes Duncan Faw underneath. Trying to take second away from AJ Knickel. And he will. So Duncan Faw up to second. As Brody Gallagher has extended his lead to a second. So we'll see. Maybe all of these guys can make it on fuel, but that's a long time. That's going to be close, pushing 100 laps. As Brody Gallagher's last pit stop was on lap 59, so was Duncan Faw's. So if they can make it, it's definitely going to be pushing it, but I don't think they can. And we have another crash in the back. And he's on the racetrack. It's CD Mangrum. And that's going to change everything because that's going to bring out the caution. Trying to get it back going. We'll go back, take a look at what happened to him. So here he goes. Setting up a move on Billy Targi. He's going to send it way deep into the corner. Get loose underneath that 73, and around he went to bring out this caution. So we'll probably be seeing most of these drivers come down pit road now. And yep, here they come. Probably taking their last set of tires as well. We'll go to pit lane 1. Wow, that pit lane don't really show a lot. Here we go, pit lane 2. We'll see who the first driver out is. As Duncan Fall was quick to his right sides. To the left side he goes. We'll see who wins the race off pit road. Here comes AJ Knickel, and it's going to be Brody Gallagher. Duncan Fall second, AJ third, Ethan fourth. It looks like Jer got fifth. So no one stayed out there. CD Mangrum did, but he's going to come in now. He went a lap down. As I think we'll be going back green next time by. So that'll be with 27 laps to go. As nope, we're going to go another lap around. So we'll be restarting with 26 laps to go. We had a nice little green flag stint there, so we'll see if we get another one. As Michael Walls, who's 37 laps down, slow on the racetrack. I think he has to let some people die here. So we had a few drivers come back in to repair some damage. Gabe Gazzola and Luke Allen. Of course, both of them have been in a few incidents today. Luke Allen's going to beat Gabe Gazzola off pit road. But here we go as cars line up, double file. We'll see if this is going to be a nice, clean race or if a classic short track brawl will happen. As it's going to be Brody Falliger leading us with Duncan Foss second. These two have pretty much been the top class of the field tonight as they've both led the most laps. Here we go, pace car down pit road this time by 26 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro. Good restart by that 42, but Duncan Fall hanging tough to his outside. See who gets the better run off the corner. Still side by side, Duncan Fall hanging tough right behind, or right beside Brody Falliger, but I think Falliger might be able to clear here. Yes, he will. AJ Knickel gets loose off the corner. That's going to allow Fall to clear in front of him as we have a caution for Billy Targi in the back who has crashed on the front stretch. He's going to get it back going. We'll go back and see what happened to him. It's right here. Gabe Gazzola looks underneath him. Little bit of contact. And then off the corner, the 30 or the 73 just gets loose. And around he went. So that's going to give the lucky dog to that 9 of CD Mangrum. He'll be back on the lead lap. It's still going to be Brody Falliger up front. As Luke Allen has entered pit road once again. You see a lot of back bumper damage to that car. Of course, he's been in a few wrecks today. So next time by should be the one to go single, and we'll be restarting with 20 laps to go, I believe. It should be an interesting race. These next 20 laps, and we aren't going to restart, so we'll restart with 19 laps to go. Still 12 total drivers basically on lead lap and in this thing. Actually, Luke Allen's still on pit road, so he's going to be out of this one. So that gives 11 total drivers on the lead lap. Then you got Luke Allen, who's on pit road. Michael Wallace, who's out on the racetrack, but 37 laps down. And then Dylan Bam, Jose Marcado, and Hunter Young out of this race. So one to go single this time by is going to be Brody Falliger. Leading us once again, and Luke Allen is actually on the lead lap. He just came down pit road another time. So still 12 drivers with a chance to win this race. As pace car is going to peel left, it's going to be Brody Falliger, the control car, and green flags back in the air here at North Wilkesboro. Ethan shoving that 76 into the corner, trying to get to the outside of Brody Falliger, but now a little bit of a crossover. AJ almost just spun back there with contact from Ethan. Oh, Jurg is getting turned in the middle of the field. Him and Rivers Jones goes up the racetrack, and Micah, oh, he's upside down in turns 3 and 4 as Jurg sits on his side. An unfortunate end for this double zero as Micah's going to try to get him back on his lid, but actually, or on his wheels, but actually made it worse. So he's going to have to tow it. As Rivers Jones, another driver who spun into the outside wall. So we'll go back and take a look at what happened. It all kind of started with the bottle up with AJ Knickel, as he's going to get loose underneath Ethan Fonseca, which slows up Jurg. And then Cox looks underneath Jurg, makes contact. Jurg goes up into Rivers Jones, and here comes Michael Walls plowing his way through Jurg and sending him over. And then he tried to get Jurg back on his wheels, but ultimately made it worse for that double zero. Take another look at it from our blimp cam. We'll ride on board with Micah and watch how he gets into this wreck. Yeah, I believe Jurg would have been fine, but Michael Walls just comes in there at the end. And that's going to end the double zeros day now. So, coming to 14 laps to go. We'll be restarting with 13 laps to go as Rivers Jones coming out of pit road, who's had a not so fun day, but the sun's back out, so that's going to definitely change the temperature of this racetrack. And we'll see how these cars handle. As look who's in third now, Ethan Fonseca. Really has been the dominant car, but he could steal one and get his 5th win of the season. Or Brody Fallagher could get his 2nd win of the season. Duncan Faw could get his 1st, so could AJ Knickel. Anything can happen here in these 13 laps as the pace car is going to come down pit road. Green flag is out once again here at North Wilkesboro. Ooh, Gabe got a punt from Billy Targan. I think Targan might have went around. Yes, he did. They saved it. Luke Allen there as well. Back up front, Ethan Fonseca. Ooh, what is happening here? Ethan got loose up the racetrack, almost into Duncan Faw. That's allowed Brady Cox to get underneath Ethan. 12 laps to go. Fallagher with a nice lead. As Cox hit that apron. Him and Ethan still side by side for this 3rd spot. That's allowing Duncan Faw to pull away now. As Ethan's going to clear for 3rd. Cox is going to send it in. Still trying to battle and get that 3rd spot, but we come to 10 laps to go as Brody Fallagher leads us. Duncan falls 2nd, and now Brady Cox gets up to 3rd. Maybe not. I thought he was clear of that 29, but not yet. Is still trying to clear Ethan Fonseca, and now he will. So Cox up to 2nd, and Duncan Faw had an issue coming out of turn 4. Here comes Cox for 2nd. Brody Fallagher just hoping for no cautions because he's got a nice lead over 2nd place right now as AJ Knickel. He's going to pass Ethan Fonseca. Now he's got Gabe Cazzola there as well. Still side by side for this second spot. Cox trying to find a way around Duncan Faw. This is what Brody Falliger, he likes seeing this, them side by side for a second, as he's got a 1.5 lead over these two. But he's got to hope they don't wreck each other. So if you're AJ Knickel, do you get desperate here? 6 laps to go. Duncan Faw into the wall, entering the corner. That might cost him a little bit of positions. No, it won't. Still side by side on the outside of Cox. And Duncan very loose entering the corner. He's going to slide up the racetrack. That's going to allow Cox to clear. Here comes AJ Knickel. But a nice run for that 76. Barely, almost just clipped himself on AJ Knickel. 5 laps to go. These drivers racing very aggressive. AJ Knickel all over the back bumper of Duncan Faw. Faw did not like that move. Now entering the corner. Things are getting hot back here as Cox clears for second. He's going to go away. 4 laps to go. AJ tried to sit it in there. CD Mangrum sideways behind Gabe, and he's going to collect Gabe, and they go around in turns 3 and 4. Oh, Ty Higginbotham has to get on the brakes. He doesn't hit anybody, though. Oh, Luke Allen a little bit collected in that. CD Mangrum, his engine is done. Oh, and that's unfortunate for Brody Falliger, excuse me, who had that lead. Now he's going to have to deal with another restart. We'll go back and see what happened. As CD and Gabe were side by side back here. And CD sends it into the corner, gets loose. Slides up into Gabe. Ty Higginbotham on the brakes. Good job to avoid that. But Luke Allen gets collected there a little bit because Gabe Cazzola came back down the racetrack. Right on board with the 97 as they pace under caution here. Good job getting on those brakes to avoid both cars. Made a little bit of car contact or wall contact, but still a clean race car for that 97. So an overtime attempt here at North Wilkesboro. Now you got Brady Cox up there in second, Duncan Faw still third, Ethan fourth, and AJ Knickel fifth. Now, how about Rivers Jones, who's had just a disaster of a day? He's up here in sixth. Dylan Bam also back out on the racetrack, 85 laps down. Him and Micah can't gain any more positions. So all they got to do is make it around one more time to make this race official. As once they see that white flag, the next flag will end it. Or the checker flag would end it. There's no yellow flags under the white flag in iRacing. At least for leagues. It's coming to the one to go this time by. You see everybody's already lined up, ready to get this one going. So we'll be restarting with 2 laps to go. We'll see how chaotic it gets. So a green-white checkered on at a short track. Yeah, this is definitely going to be chaotic. CD Mangrum back here is just blowing up. But he's still out on the racetrack, maybe hoping someone wrecks. If one of these cars wreck in front of him, he'll get into that top 10. But the pace car going to peel down pit road. It's going to be Brody Falliger leading us once again. Green flag back in the air. A good restart by that 42. Cox is going to clear Faw. for second. Now he's going to try to set his sights on Brody Falliker. Side by side back here for third. Ethan Fonseca and Duncan Falk going at it. Coming to the white flag this time by. One more lap to go as Rivers Jones spins in the back. We'll go back and check on that in just a second. Brody Falliker with a nice lead over Cox. And down the back straight for the final time, entering 3 and 4. Cox tries it. He's going to loop it around. Holds on to it as Brody Falliker is going to win here at North Wilkesboro. AJ Knickel went around in the final corner. And he's going to lose 9th spot to CD Mangrum. As Cox fell back to 5th. Gabe Gazzola somehow 4th. Oh my goodness. Micah still trying to flip everybody he can over. As Falliker just trying to get around here to go do his burnouts. We'll take a look back at all the wrecks in just a second. But it's going to be Brody Falliker getting his second win of the season here at North Wilkesboro. As he's going to come to the front start-finish line. And he's going to burn it down here for the fans. Alright, so we'll go unpack that whole final lap. And first, this started with Rivers Jones, who spun coming to the white flag. Oh, shoot, I did it again. My bad. So you see 3 wide back here with Gabe Gazzola and AJ Knickel. And he's just going to get loose out of the corner and then spin off the nose of Luke Allen. So around he went. And then up here, Brady Cox, he tried to send it, but he was just way too far back. Might as well go for it, right? So he's going to go sideways in this corner. And then there's AJ Knickel. I don't know if he got a tap from Gabe Gazzola or not. But around he went. We'll go back and look. Oh, he did get a little bit of a love tap from Gabe Gazzola. And CD gets 9th because of that. And I don't think AJ was too happy at that 18. And, yep. A little bit of a targeted payback there. So, we'll head to the Discord and do some interviews. As we'll wait on them. So first it will be Duncan Fall, then Ethan, which Ethan usually doesn't show up, so it'll probably be Brody Falliker after that. So while we wait on that, we'll take a look at the finishing results as we'll pull up the grid here. See what pulls up. Here we go. So Brody Falliker gets his second win of the season. Ethan Fonseca second. Duncan Fall third. Gabe Gazzola fourth. And Brady Cox rounds out your top 5. Luke Allen 6th. Ty Higginbotham 7th. Billy Targi 8th. CD Mangrum 9th. And AJ Knickel rounds out your top 10. Then it's Rivers Jones in 11th. Jonathan Jerkensmeyer 12th. Michael Wallace 13th. Dylan Bam 14th. Jose Mercado 15th, and Hunter Young, who didn't start the race, back there in 16th. We'll see in waiting room. Yep, here we go. So bring in our third place finisher and now his second podium of the season, Duncan Faw. How do you feel?
Honestly, I feel kind of bummed out that I only got third, and I feel like I was at least a top two car. But I will take a podium. It's my second of the season.
Yeah, you definitely had a fast car out there and one to keep up with Brody Falliger, but unfortunately, just those restarts did not go your way. But still, a great race for you, and definitely going to build some momentum for next week.
Yeah, this is kind of what I've been needing. I haven't really had that many top five finishes. I think this is only my second of the season. They've both been podiums, so hopefully we can start building those up.
All right, well, Duncan, is there anyone you would like to shout out before you head out here?
Just thanks to all the Goat Inc. guys for helping me out so far. It's a great team, best in the league I feel. Congrats to Ethan again. I think his last five or six finishes all been in the top two, so congrats to him on second again. And thanks to JM Graphics for coming on board and sponsoring this.
All right, well, Duncan, congrats on your third place finish tonight. Next week, we head to Pocono. So, yeah, I'll see you there.
All right, see ya.
All right, and Ethan is not in the waiting room, so we will pull in your race winner, which is Brody Falliker. And Brody Falliker, you arguably had the best card tonight, and on your specialty, you seem to be very fast at these short tracks. So yeah, how do you feel?
Feel good. I feel good. In the practice session, we were looking really slow, so I was kind of worried about what my pace would be. But as soon as we got into, the qualifying session, we laid down a bad fast lap, and it kind of reassured me. I knew that I could save the tires very well at this racetrack, so um, yeah, I think qualifying really gave me the confidence to, go out and pretty much overdrive the crap out of it without burning my stuff up.
Yeah, and you were basically leading for most of the race, but in the middle of that race, I saw you fell back to sixth or seventh. You want to give me a rundown of what happened about that?
Well, honestly, I didn't know what gear to start on restarts, so restarts were killing me, and we kept getting caution. Kept starting in second gear, and found out probably halfway through the race that I should probably be using third, uh, and that definitely helped me on restarts. It was a little bit tighter back in the pack, but I was kind of just riding around, waiting for those guys to burn their stuff up, but we just kept getting cautions. Eventually, whenever came down in pit, and just got lucky with where we came through the field, and I really just had a one-on-one with Duncan, and once I got around him, I felt like I just checked out on the rest of the field.
All right, well, Brody, is there anyone you would like to thank before you head out here?
Yeah, all the FIWB guys, Follicker Family Farms, you know, uh, and Arc for putting on this show. Thank you for streaming. It's really fun. A lot of these drivers are really good, and yeah, we're gonna try to get, we're gonna try to repeat next week.
Well, congrats on your second win tonight. You become the third driver with multiple wins this season. And next week we go to Pocono for the Tricky Triangle. I'll see you there.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that was first place finisher. Ethan Fonseca is actually in the waiting room, so we'll pull him in. So, as you see, a grand entrance for Ethan Fonseca. So, Ethan, definitely wasn't the best card tonight, but just tell me how your race went. A nice second place tonight. How do you feel?
I did not feel too great out there. I'm not sure what I was doing wrong. Maybe the other two were actually pretty damn good today, but yeah, just not the way I expected it to go or that I wanted it to go either. But a good second place is good points for today to take away. So Just trying to close back up in points. Hopefully, maybe try to get the lead if possible, if that's still a chance. But yeah, good points.
Yeah, even with this second place, you still have multiple wins this season. I'm pretty sure since it was either Charlotte or Richmond where you got your first win this season, you've been on the podium every single race so far. I'm not sure about Road America, but yeah, just amazing momentum you have in for this season and the rest of the races. Is there anyone you would?
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. You go.
Yeah, just looking forward to keep that momentum going for the rest of the season.
All right. Well, is there anyone you would like to thank before you head out here?
I'd like to thank my team, Go Inc., partners, Victory Media. I was on the card today. It was a really nice pace game we got going today. So, yeah.
All right. Well, Ethan, congrats on your second place tonight. Next week we head to Pocono for the Tricky Triangle, and I'll see you there.
Shit.
And that's gonna do it. So let me get the sponsorship thingy up to end this race. So thank you to Dive Bomb Motorsports, our primary partner. Dive Bomb is a collaborative new media project by motorsports fans for motorsports fans. Thank you to SimLeaguePro.com, ARC's league management partner. SimLeague Pro is built for drivers and community managers to create leagues and races that can be enjoyed by all on any platform or game. To SimRat Market, iRacing's largest marketplace of professional level livery design templates, custom graphics design, numbers, sets, and more for the sim racing community. To IMB Racewear, Arc Sim Racing Apparel sponsor. IMB bring sim racing gloves, boots, and more, all truly built from the ground up with the quality and precision you deserve. To the Racing Rats, our Assetto Corsa modding partners, putting out high quality free mods and working closely with us to host incredible Assetto Corsa league racing. And finally, to James McAdam Photography and AJ Knickel Design, our photography and graphic design partners. So that's going to do it. Next week, we'll be in the Pennsylvania Hills at Pocono for the Tricky Triangle. Hopefully I will be able to make that race. And hopefully I won't miss 2 weeks of live streaming again. So thank you all for coming out here and watching. I'll see you guys next week.